Hey y'all! This is week 5 of Trollhunter presents. So last week was kind of cool. It is of course Indian Funk month, and last week was the absolute classic Lela Malela, which is a tune. And I basically did this whole tech house thing of it ish, with a bit of a difference because that's the way it works. So. The thing with how last week's came about was the fact that I had to do a lot of experimentation and research. I did research because I was like quite flustered. Like I can't find anything that I want to do. I mean, there's a ridiculous amount of Hindi music that I've been exposed to as a child and stuff like that, especially of that sort of era. So it wasn't so much finding a piece to do; it was finding the right piece to do. It was like what felt right for that week. So I did some extra research as well, just to find something obscure and just to remind myself really. And it didn't really work out. I mean, I found some proper tunes, but nothing that could work for last week. Because it just it didn't sit right, it didn't feel right. So I went and did some experimentation. I went back to the drawing board, as it were, and I made a beat. Actually, I made a couple of beats actually. The final one that I ended up with became what is used in Leela. But before that, I made another one along the lines of this. So once I finished the main tune, I went back to that beat because it was kind of cool beat. I quite liked it, and I thought, what could this work with? What should I, to try and forward think so I don't run into the same problem for next week, coming months, like that. And then I found myself singing some of the research I did, and I was like, yeah, this could work, this could work. And then I found something like I don't know what it was. I found something that, like from my childhood that I sort of kind of started humming the bass line to, and I was like, this could work. And I started singing the rest of the song. I was like, this could really, really work. And then I just started improvising the whole madness of it, like sort of jamming with myself really in a way. And I was like, this is definitely what I want to do for next week. So that's what I'm doing this week. I want to show you that. But before I show you that, I want to talk to you about research. Taking it back and keeping it real, I am very much old school. I pride myself in that fact, and I will live it the long day, whatever that means. And so because of that, I'm very much a crate digger. That's the kind of DJ I am. That's the kind of music researcher that I am. That's kind of sort of music enthusiast I am. That's my kind of music collector I am. And Lord knows I'm a music collector. Damn. So with that in mind, I'm always happy to go crate digging. I love going crate digging. It's a wonderful thing. Ask anybody. Finding a place where you can find a store or record store or a shop, whatever, you can go through, search for records and just go through it like a madman for like days on end is a very rare thing. So rare that it doesn't really happen around where I live, as you can see. And so because of that, one has to resort to more immediate ways, such as digital, basically. So for me, research is basically how I term the act of crate digging without the physicality of it, basically. So you go online through whatever, like, Spotify or whatever, and you do the research. You go in, you check an artist out, you go through their back catalogue, you have a look, find something, go through there, smash it too. I love that, brilliant, fat break, I love that, and you go through over and over and over and over and over and over again. Until you have, you find yourself satiated, I guess, which is someone like me, and I guess a lot of DJs as well, doesn't happen that quickly. When you find that break, oh man, when you find that one break, you're just like, oh, shit, and it's amazing. Of course, the ironic thing about this is the fact that this isn't from crate digging. The tune that I used for this week isn't. I didn't dig a crate to get this. I didn't even do research for this. It's literally just from my childhood. So it's part of my just growing up really. It's my interaction with my family, my brothers, and all that kind of stuff. And it is an absolute banger. So with that, do you know what? should we just... Let me show you the tune. This is it. If you're familiar with old school Hindi music and old school Hindi films, and obviously the work of the massive film star, biggest film star in the whole world, Amitabh Bachchan, you'll know this tune, you'll know the film it's from, and you'll know all the significance of this scene in which this is the score for. It's big, it's bombastic, it's full of stuff that's sampleable. Like, honestly, just check this out. I mean, just listen to that, a massive fanfare, solid house beat, the really funky bass line. It's just phenomenal, right? You just got like, it's funky as hell. It's ridiculously funky, like this. And then, come on, man, such a tune. And it just gets weirder and funkier and crazier and just really fun, light-hearted, and just full of madness, really. And I was like, you know what? I have to do this for myself, if nothing else. And I've always wanted to do it. So yeah, that's pretty much what I'm going to use. There's all kinds of ways I can go with it. So it's going to be really interesting. It's going to be a lot of fun, and it's going to be quite testing, quite taxing, quite challenging to be able to get this to a point where I feel it's right. So this might be my most difficult, but also my most exciting and enthralling piece yet, in terms of production anyway. So yeah, let's hope this all works, and I'll see you in a couple of days. Nice one. Laters.